Dollar make me holler, honey boo boo.
Hey, show me some respect, boy.
I haven't seen one female since we got here. This place is a sausage fest.
Coming at ya! Yes, we welcome everybody. Welcome to the Meat Locker, as known as Mo's Bros Sports. We are here on the iRant Radio Network, coming to you live from Whittier, California, hometown, stomping grounds. Born in Whittier Press, recognize. What's up? J-Mo along here with you with my brother, Mr.
Buzz Driver.
TBD, Mr. Automatic.
No yelling on the bus.
Got to get the sound bites in.
Yep.
Welcome to Mo's Bro Sports here on the iRant Radio Network. You can find us at iRantRadio.com. Find out a little bit about the show, a little bit about J-Mo and the bus driver. You can tune in every week to check us here Wednesday nights, 7 to 8 p.m. local time, Pacific Standard Time, as opposed to EST or whatever it is
On the East Coast.
on the East Coast. We want to thank you for tuning in. We got a lot to talk about today, a lot of stuff going on in the sports talk world. If you'd like to participate in the show and call in, we do get some callers from time to time. You know, somebody wants to call in.
Couple two-tree every now and then.
Want to say what's going on? Give us your rap. Give us your sports take. The number to dial in is 855-969-7268. That's 855-969-RANT. If you're watching us live, it's on the bottom right-hand part of your screen. And we'll be sure to keep you posted on the Houston and Golden State game that's going on right now. There's a three-pointer that just got drained. Bang! Bingo! Golden State is up 41-36 right now.
Yep.
So we'll be sure to keep you posted on that, as this could be a closeout game for Golden State. We'll talk a little bit about that series, and we're going to get into some Dodger talk. Big trade going on for the Dodgers today.
I wouldn't quite say big. Maybe a big man involved, but not a big trade.
True. But I think we'll get into a little bit later, but I think there's some, future moves down the line. I think it's going to be big as far as, what the... this Farhan Zaidi and, some of the new management that we got, as far as what they're going to be able to produce and put on the field and the moves they're making, how that's going to affect the outcome of the season. So I think it is a big deal in that sense to kind of see what they're going to do. We'll also talk. We're going to talk a little bit of NBA. We'll talk about the Golden State and Houston series. We'll talk a little bit about the Cavs and their sweep, which I called.
I think we both did.
Yeah. And then we'll also talk a little bit.
But if you want credit for it, as older brothers usually do in any type of
a little bit of
situation,
hockey. We'll talk a little bit of FIFA. Big news coming down in FIFA today, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Big holiday weekend. There was some sports going on, some golf. Did you have any sports-related stories from your weekend, my brother?
No, not too many sports. No. Nope.
Couple of cold ones?
See. A couple cold ones as usual. Just standard operating procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Got a buddy. Talks crap during the week. Actually, you never really hear from him during the week.
Hey, buddy.
Well, everybody talks
couple
crap.
two-tree of those buddies.
No, but so one of our buddies, he usually he won't say usually we'll have group text going on. He never really hear from him. Friday comes around, he's like, "Oh, let's do something tonight. Let's go here.
What's going on?
Let's go there. Let's go do this. Let's go have some beers." And we're just like, dude, you're so you can't do anything during the week because supposedly you wake up so early and you work such long days.
Well, some of us do got jobs.
Yeah, everybody else does it too,
Okay.
But I'm not saying you can't go out during the week and get wasted. I'm just saying go out.
But you can go out and have a beer.
Yeah, exactly. Hang out, So when weekends come around, he's like, "Oh, let's go.
I got to make up for lost time.
Yeah. So we go out Friday evening. Local brewery over there in Fullerton. Bootleggers.
The brewery, huh?
Yeah, not bad.
All right.
Craft beers, as usual. No beards, no mustaches allowed. Total hipster place, man. Total. Just flannels.
Do you have to bring your own grooming kit with you?
Flannels and bandanas hanging out of the back pockets and, the
chain wallets?
No, the guys that hang their keys on their belt loops now, you hear them walking
with the carabiner?
around. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we run into those guys, but that's usually for work. That's the janitor.
Work, yeah. So anyways, we're having a few beers, and then all of a sudden it's lights out for this guy. He just gets super tired. And we went there kind of to do dinner. They have a pizza place next door, so it's kind of one of those things where these two places work coincide. The brewery didn't really sell food.
Where there's like kind of like a doorway on the wall that connects the two.
Not really. There's like a driveway in between the two.
Okay.
But they're like, hey, you know, are you guys next door? We're like, yeah. They're like, okay, we'll bring it over. And they like walk over and they bring you plates and stuff
Damn.
like that. So,
Service with a smile.
oh, exactly. So we went and ordered pizza.
Very good.
By the time we come back, the guy's hammered. So it was a couple of us. There's 4 of us, and the other 3.
And this buddy.
Myself, my wife, and my buddy's fiance. We each had 1 piece of pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and I think my buddy had like at least 5 piece of pizza. The pizza was gone.
Go.
And then I text him the next morning. He's like, dude, I don't remember going to the pizza place. And I was like, oh my god. I mean, he was like falling asleep at the table. We got an Uber on the way back home. He's falling asleep in the back seat of the Uber.
Well, it could be worse. Could have been throwing up. Could have been tossing cookies.
Yeah, he might have at the end of the night.
Recycling that pizza.
But that was too much it. Oh, Saturday, big day, moving day for both of us.
Yep.
Help little sister move out of the house. Big move,
Uh-huh.
big step in her life. So good for her. Hopefully everything works out for that. Sweating buckets. Wasn't that hot, but it got from time to time.
When the sun did come out, it got a little
warm.
toasty.
Oh, walking upstairs too to go to the second floor. That's a pain in the butt, man.
How about moving that refrigerator? That's a thick bitch there.
Mm-hmm.
Love moving refrigerators, especially upstairs.
In
or
through a doorway, you got to wiggle this way, wiggle that way. You know.
Pivot.
Sunday, actually checked out this real cool spot. We went down to another brewery, and this one was in
Brouhaha.
It was different. It was crowded though, so we only had 1 beer and left because it was like standing room only. So we left and ended up going to this place called Hopscotch in Fullerton. It's a whiskey bar.
I've heard of it.
Whiskey bar. So you go.
Haven't been, but I heard of it.
I happen to know one of the bartenders that works there, so very friendly guy. Great time. Talked to him. Me and my wife went there, hung out.
Mm-hmm.
Had this bomb appetizer. Never had it before. Fried avocados. It was like hot wings, but it was avocado. It had buffalo sauce on the outside, but it was an avocado. The little ranch sauce.
Like
bomb.
boneless buffalo wings.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, avocados.
That goes without saying.
Avocados usually don't have bones, so
True that.
bomb though. And a couple whiskeys, a couple beers, and what's actually pretty cool is I don't know if you've been to places where they actually serve like those beer flights where they serve mini beers.
Yeah.
And they have a couple like 3 to 5 samples.
Little sampler.
Yeah. So this place had like a whiskey sampler where they have
Ooh.
3 to 4 whiskeys you could try with a little glass of water.
Sweet.
Followed up with that, and then finish it off with a barbecue on Monday at the old mom and pop's house. So
Yeah. A little bit different than the traditional barbecue one with the turkey burgers.
yeah.
So that was a little bit different, but
Yeah.
good. But got some sausages going.
Those beer
Those are
brats,
good.
bomb.
The beer
Could never
brats
go
are good.
wrong. Never go wrong.
And the chicken sausages too with the cheese in
Yeah,
them.
that was okay.
I liked it.
Because it had
I had them before. They were good.
It had
cheese and artichoke. I think.
Artichoke, not a bad artichoke.
Okie dokie artichoke.
Choke on that.
Yes, sir. That was delicious.
So
A mighty fine meal.
yeah, still good though.
My wife made a potato salad. Fantastic as usual. Had a little
As
ceviche
usual.
too. Did you try the
that
ceviche?
was good. Yeah, that was good.
It was really
Is
good.
it gone?
Oh, yeah, you go.
He gone?
I don't know about from mom and dad's, but our place it's gone.
You guys took it back home?
I finished it for
Or-
lunch yesterday.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get like a full tostada thing, but that would have been good to get. I
That's
think I got
fantastic.
like a chip or something like that.
Hey, you might be able to still swing by maybe after the show. See
Yeah,
what's up.
I got to do it.
Hopefully, I don't
some
think
work
Pop's
in.
watching the show. He
Maybe
don't watch
he
it.
is.
He don't watch live anymore. No support.
Yeah, he's like golfing now.
Yeah, the
Big
driving
golfer.
range. Who the hell does that? I'm gonna play golf next week.
Are you?
Next Friday. Took the day off of work.
Atta
got,
boy.
got a little. Took my floater day. Got my floater day. Gonna play a little bit of golf next week. Good buddy of mine. Big buddy of mine, Carlos. Goes by Los. Let's call him Los. Good buddy. Hopefully he's watching the show. He's been a supporter. I haven't seen him in a minute. We kind of keep in touch back and forth, but I haven't
Yeah.
golfed with him in a few years.
Is this the guy we used to go golf with all
Oh
the
yeah,
time?
oh yeah. We were off at Westchester out near LAX.
Yeah, okay.
And so he hits me up. He's like, "Hey, got a little tournament going on, in your backyard over at Los Amigos. Said need a fourth if you're down." I said, "Hell yeah! So let me get the day off, and then I'm down." Got
Awesome.
the day off.
Awesome.
Got it approved. Ulti Pro approved.
Yeah.
and then so gonna get that set up. So go play a little. I mean, Los Amigos
Yeah,
not
you
the
got-
greatest
You gotta
course.
tell him I
but,
said what's up though. I haven't seen him in forever.
For sure, definitely
in the
will.
day.
Yeah,
Go play
I
Long Beach
was
and stuff like
kind
that.
of excited about it. I haven't seen a good buddy. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Nice, man. Nice.
And then, but as far as the rest of my weekend, I don't help move on Saturday. Oh, date night, Saturday night date night.
yeah. How
Went
was
to
that,
a
man?
place like I recommend it. We're a high class show here on Mosbro Sports. We don't
Stay
just talk
classy.
sports.
Yeah, no, we
we
don't.
help you with your love life. We'll tell you where to go. Take your missus on a date.
Little romantic.
little romantic evening. We break down the movies for you too.
And then you're in bed by 8 o'clock.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Come on.
Give me a
Come
little
on.
credit. Give me a
Give me
little
a credit.
Gay!
So went to this ramen place that was suggested by you.
Yes, sir.
I do like the ramen.
Delicious.
And wasn't in Little Tokyo. I had ramen in Little Tokyo before. I had it at this place. Now, I don't know what real ramen's like. Never been to Japan.
Yeah.
I know Mashuran. You know, I get the Oriental or the beef packet. You boil the noodles. You undo the packet, and you put it in the pot, and that's a classic.
Little hot dogs
Shove
sometimes.
little hot dogs in there. You all
There you
right.
go.
But so tried this place. This ramen is fantastic. If you
Amazing.
like ramen, had it with some pork
I
belly.
don't remember what it was called, the place, to tell you the truth. I just know where it's at.
I forget. It's
Do you
right
know?
across from Chomp in Fullerton. So
yeah.
if you know where Chomp is in Fullerton, like Chapman and Harbor, right around that area, Orangethorpe, one of those streets.
Commonwealth
Commonwealth.
and Harbor.
So right there. It's right across from the train station. If you know where Hopscotch is,
Yep, right across.
right across the way.
Yes, sir.
So did that Saturday night, date night with the missus, and then that was it. Chilled out Sunday. What the hell did I do on Sunday? Did church in the AM.
Choich.
Oh, took the kids bowling on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a little bit of sports there. I had a hell of a time bowling. I tell you what, boy. You know, usually I'll probably do anywhere between 150 and 200. Sometimes I'll get a little bit over 200.
200.
Yeah.
That's a good bowl game.
Yeah, it is. Was sucking a fat one on Sunday, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the kids there putting the pressure on me. Dad's got to perform. Couldn't throw a strike.
Maybe
Not for the life of me.
Couldn't handle your ball, huh?
I couldn't handle my ball. Couldn't get the right spin on it. Couldn't get the right
Depends.
touch.
Was it
Try
shoes?
to put a little
Maybe
bit of
the shoes?
that warm air. Try to get that little blower blowing on my
Oh, yeah.
ball for me.
Nothing, huh?
Wasn't really working.
Maybe it was the Motzies.
I did end up going with the Motzies, but ended up bowling. I had like a couple of spares, but couldn't get a strike all game. Finally get to the 10th frame. I think I knocked 8 down, then picked up the spare. Finally got the strike in the 3rd frame on the 10th. So
There you go.
so made an okay day out of it. So gonna jump into a few things here.
Sure.
You want to lead off? Let's lead off with the NBA because there's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA. You know, the Cavaliers. Let's talk about the Cavaliers first. It just wrapped up that series yesterday. Got the sweep over Atlanta. Your thoughts as we got the last few seconds here before we break for the segment. Any thoughts on the series? Cakewalk, easy breezy, lemon squeezy.
You kind of saw it coming. You saw Cleveland, its dominance, LeBron. I mean, you watched every game that he was in this series, and when he has the ball and decides to drive the ball to the hoop, he's scoring, or it's a foul, and he's to the line.
We're going to continue that thought and more on the Cavs and Hawks series when we come back from the break. Stay tuned to Moe's Bros Sports.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmart, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, 2 things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number 1 Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number 1. There's only number 1. There's only number 1.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.hrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
ProTech Carpet Tile and Care provides professional cleaning services for carpet, tile, grout, upholstery, and fine area rugs.
ProTech technicians are professionally trained and certified cleaning and restoration experts.
We specialize in restoring damage caused by heavy soil and odor.
We can remove challenging spots such as coffee, tea, ink, gum, wine, and many more.
We have saved our customers thousands of dollars on new flooring and furniture expenses with our advanced cleaning processes.
Call for a free estimate at 562-447-4300 and visit us on our website, www.myprotectsite.com.
Hey, this is Joe Perez, owner at ProTech. Just reminding you that ProTech Carpet and Tile Care is your professional choice.
10304.
Little Law and Order action for you. Welcome back to Mo's Bro Sports, everybody. We're going to get into it here. Now it's getting to the meat and potatoes of this. Now we're cooking with grease. So we're going to update you. Golden State's up 50-45 on that game right now. Got about 30 seconds left in the first half. 50-46. So we'll see what goes on in the second half. We'll be sure to keep you posted on that. But getting into the other series, the series that just wrapped it up, as Mr. TBD was talking about before the break, was talking about the Cavs and the Hawks. So want to continue on that thought, my brother?
Yeah, finishing my point, when LeBron's got the ball in his hands,
as I was saying,
and he decides he wants to score, he's going to score. You saw him. I mean, it could be that team. It's pretty much any other team. Obviously, you got to. He's the best player in the world right now, best player in the NBA. Nobody can guard him. When there's a clear out, he's got the ball top of the key. He drives to the hole. He's either finishing left or right or he's getting fouled. But he finishes. He's scoring, or I say he's going the foul line.
Mm-hmm.
And he just makes so many other players around him better. They have 3 players from the Knicks. You know, J.R. Smith, Froman, Shumpert, and then Mozgov, the center.
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks are terrible. They had like 12 or 15 wins last year. You know?
Yeah.
So, obviously, LeBron has an impact on every player that he plays with. You know, he tells them, you know, play with me and we're going to get it done. He did it in Miami. He went to the finals with Cleveland with that crappy-ass roster when he had Ilgauskas.
Twice.
Yeah, he had Ilgauskas. No, I think he went to the finals once.
Twice.
Okay.
Because his record in the finals is 2-3. He lost 2 with Cleveland, lost 1 with Miami, and won 2 with Miami.
Okay. Fair enough. So, he's just an unstoppable player, though. Coming in, if they play Golden State, neither team has a chance to stop for him. They don't have a word.
Either Houston or Golden State.
Right. They can't stop him. So it's about managing every other player and making sure they're guarding everybody else, and that's what everybody needs to do. So I thought it was pretty funny though. I saw something online today. There was like a photo of like LeBron and like a couple of the other black guys on the team, and they're all like dancing and stuff like that to like some little rap music. And then like the 2 white guys are like. They're just like taking a picture, and they're like one's got like a thumbs up, and the other guy's like flexing his muscles. It's like totally, like 2 different perspectives of pictures.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, he's like
I don't know if it could get any worse than hang loose.
Yeah,
might have been the only thing would have been worse than that.
Yeah, they were pretty funny because just seeing the 2 different way that people act. I mean, totally could be something totally different, but it was funny.
Okay,
but I mean, they're just waiting now. They're gonna get healthy. If Houston somehow wins this game. That's just more days rest.
Right.
And I still don't think they're starting the finals till June 6th.
I think it's the 4th.
Yeah, the 4th or the
Thursday.
6th. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But they're still going to have probably at least a week, more than a week, Cleveland.
Oh, easy, yeah.
So, it's going to be set up for them perfectly. I mean,
but they could be cold, too, going into that first game.
They could be, yeah. That you could absolutely be right. But I see them winning, and very impressive sweep. I mean, I think we said it before. Atlanta's a great team. But they need, as good as they were during the regular season, scoring points and players moving, and they have Spurs-type mentality because the coach is from the Spurs. They still need a superstar. They still need somebody to lead them.
They need somebody that can take over a game.
Yep.
Exactly. Somebody that is say, give me the ball, 4th quarter. I'm going to make this happen. If I'm not going to take the shot, I'm going to draw people to me. So I'm going to get you guys wide open, and that's what primetime players do. That's what a player like LeBron James does. I've been thoroughly impressed just watching him and watching this series. I admit I was a bit of the anti-LeBron. I don't want to say a hater after the decision. I just thought the decision was
Right.
poorly done. No sense rehashing up on that. A lot of people were kind of left sour about that, and I was too. I just thought it was in poor taste. It wasn't done well. I blame it on Jim Gray probably more than LeBron. But that made me not really a fan of him. And then the whole theatrics of the WWE entrance with all the smoke and with him and Bosch and Wade, and so. But that was a young LeBron, and I get it. I've seen the change and the maturity. I don't want to say I'm necessarily. Well, I guess I'm a fan. I'm not want to find myself rooting for him. But what I'm just realizing, this guy's 30 years old, and he is the best player in the world. This is maybe what could go down as one of, if not the greatest player of all time in his prime right now.
And we get to watch
in
him.
his absolute prime, and we get to watch him.
We
got to watch Jordan a little bit, but I don't think I appreciated it being as young as I was. I know you were a little bit, you're a little bit younger than me.
Never got to watch Bill Russell.
Never got to watch Bill Russell.
A little bit of Kareem.
Kareem. I know one of the things that's said about Bill Russell is that the competition maybe wasn't necessarily there in his era.
You could say that. You could say that going up, the competition's never been as good as it is now.
Well, but look, one of the people I think where it really was, I think we've talked about it on the show before, is Magic Johnson, because Magic had to go up against Isaiah Thomas and those Detroit teams, and then had to go up against Larry Bird and those Boston teams.
Right.
So Magic Johnson went to 9 finals, won 5 of them. Damn impressive. I think, and maybe the competitive level was a little bit more there. Not to take anything away from Jordan. Jordan had to play against the likes of like Stockton and Malone, against Utah.
Yeah, but he had a tough East too with Miami with Alonzo
Mourning.
The Knicks were good at the time with Ewing, Reggie, and Indiana.
Yeah, true that.
Teams like that. So he had the tough was a lot different.
And
than
when he
now.
was first coming up too, Magic was still around when Jordan was in the arena too.
Larry Bird was finishing too. His
Absolutely.
career up, so
yeah.
But a good thing I was listening to Sports Talk Radio today.
Really?
And they were saying a little bit, and they were saying it doesn't happen as often as it's televised, but he's really lived up to all of the hype that he had throughout his whole life. He came out of high school, #1 pick. He's been, God knows how many All-Stars. I think he's had 2 or 3 MVPs regular season. I think he's been a Finals MVP, if not twice. With Miami.
Both of them.
Okay, he's now going to his 5th straight NBA Finals, which ties a record with, I think, Bill Russell. So if he goes next year to the Finals and that record's his, he's won 2 championships already. It's not, he's on the cover of ESPN magazine, Sports Illustrated. Will he do this? Will he do that? Will he, will he set this record? Will he score this many points? Will he win this many titles? And you know what? He's doing it. So for him, and he's probably overexceeded. We all knew he was going to be great, but we do that about a lot of players. A lot of players come out and we put them on magazine covers and we show their high school highlights, and then they go to the next level and something happens and they don't always work out. But he has exceeded them tremendously, I think, going above and beyond what everything was expected to him. I think they thought he was going to be a good player. He might win a couple championships here or there, but he's a mogul. He's a business.
Yeah.
Clothing, shoes, obviously going back to Cleveland. He won 2 in Miami, now going back to Cleveland.
And he did get both Finals MVPs, 2012 and 2013. He did get both of those.
If he wins a championship for Cleveland, that knocks him off the list for because they're one of the top 5 teams that or cities that hasn't won a major championship in
50 years,
50 something years or something like that. I think I can't think of what the other cities are right now, but I'm sure somebody would name them out to us. But they're up there. They haven't won. The Indians, I don't think they have a hockey team.
Who?
Cleveland?
Cleveland?
Ohio?
I don't know. Let's check on that.
But the Indians haven't won, the Cavs haven't won, and the Browns haven't won. Those are 3 sports they haven't won since the 60s or something like that.
Columbus Blue Jackets.
Oh, there you go. So they've never won.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them. So, but that's what I'm just saying. And everybody, and as much people, and there's definitely a ton of LeBron haters out there, but he's done everything that everybody's expected him to do and more. So you can't really hate on him for that, And
Absolutely.
now look at him. He's going in the NBA Finals again. And if they win, what's going to happen? He's going to be the Finals MVP. Who else is going to get it? Kyrie's a little banged up. Who knows if he'll last every game, especially if he's playing against Steph Curry.
He might see limited minutes, but I think he's going to be ready to go come game 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cleveland is the longest just because Cleveland has been 66 years since they've had a championship.
Yeah.
Milwaukee behind them with it's been 43 years. Kansas
Milwaukee.
City 29 years. Kansas City almost had it last year. Minneapolis, Washington, Toronto, Atlanta, and then the San Diego Chargers.
Chargers. Superchargers.
San Diego, well, at least between the Chargers and the Padres, I don't know about teams before, but the Padres and the Chargers have never had a championship.
The Clippers started in
I don't
San
know. I don't think
Diego,
the Clippers have had a championship there either. So San Diego could be completely without.
With or without you. Hate you too. I can't stand you too.
I actually picked up a song of theirs recently though.
I bet you did.
I'm not a big fan of U2, but there's one song I like.
My wife kind of likes it.
No, I like it. I picked it up. It's actually a really good song. One of their only songs I really like.
Yeah, I think I like one or two.
Where the Streets Have No Names. You know that one?
Yeah.
That's like that's a good one. Yep. So I think Kyrie will be ready. My question, the one thing I'm asking myself, and again, I have to echo a lot of the things that you're saying. The guy's phenomenal. You know, him, Kobe, and KG. One of those, just the few guys that really lived up to the hype of, you know, coming out of high school. You know, big hype behind him. You know, and unfortunately, I think a lot of them get the moniker of the next Jordan, and I don't think that's fair to any of them. Especially, you know, LeBron. I mean, LeBron's a different player. I think He's magic. He's magic now. Yeah, he's more that. He doesn't have that necessarily killer mentality that Kobe and Michael have.
He doesn't need to though, because he makes plays for everybody else on the court.
Absolutely, he's a distributor. He's just a statistic phenomena. So yeah, I'm excited to watch him. I'm a fan of him. Regardless of what happens, I don't think I'll be rooting for him in the finals, but I don't want to say I'll be rooting against him. I'm not a hater or a detractor.
Right.
You know, in the 0 to 7 spectrum of detractors. So we'll see what happens. But you know, I'm wondering, does Cleveland, as impressive as they've been, granted the East has been a little bit soft, although they did handle Chicago well. I think Chicago, you know, was the other team. Obviously, they were the 2 seed, but they were the other good team coming out of the East. I'm wondering if Cleveland can match up well as a team against whoever comes out of the West, be it the Rockets or Golden State. If they're going to be able to even have a chance, what is the series going to look like? It's looking like Golden State's probably going to be their opponent.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if LeBron is the answer to whatever is coming out of the West.
I think whoever's coming out of the West has to match up with Cleveland, is the way I see the game.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan Thomas, I think, and then Mozgov, the big guys in the middle, they can get the job done. You know,
yeah, because
J.R. Shumpert, J.R. Smith, and then the
good perimeter shooters,
Bella Badova or whatever the heck his name is. They're playing great basketball, and LeBron, like, they have to hang with LeBron. LeBron's gonna probably get like 25 to 27 points a game.
Right.
Probably get like 8 assists, 7 rebounds every game. So they have to call a match for that.
Absolutely. We'll wrap that up. We'll get a little bit more into the other series, other NBA news, when we come back from the break. Stay tuned to Mosbro Sports. Mosbro Sports.
That needs to get noticed. Your ideas need a great website. And at Infuse, we build simple, clean, and efficient websites. We believe that even the wildest ideas should come to life in a beautiful way. We build responsive sites, e-commerce sites, and even help with business email setup and search engine optimization. Every great idea needs a great website. Start your new look today. Check us out at www.infuse.com. That's www.enfuse.com, or call us at 800-542-4783. Again, that's 800-542-4783. Infuse, we get it done. We are the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil.
Make sure to check us out every week at the3guysrant.com.
And you'll find out what they say we're faces for radio and voices for the deaf. Damn right. Have you seen yourself lately?
Hey, I'm audio candy.
All right. Always tune in each week so you can hear the really absurd news and talk with the Three Guys Rant. Arvin, how do they reach us?
Call us at 855-69-3-GUYS. 855-69-3-GUYS. It's hot out here. I need a drink.
Have a mucho macho michelada.
What's a michelada?
Michelada is a Mexican Bloody Mary made with beer. All you have to do is get bucket-sized michelada, open it up, pour it in your favorite beer, and you're good.
What if you don't like beer?
You can use it as lemon lime soda, vodka with lime, or tequila with lemon lime soda.
Sounds delicious. Where do you find it?
You can find it at your favorite store, or you can go to muchomachomichelada.com.
Find us on Twitter and Facebook. It's one thing to own a business. It's another to promote it. That's why thousands of business owners rely on Monster Marketing Group. Design, print, mail, custom mailers, all for as little as 29 cents delivered. That includes postage. Send to a neighborhood, zip code, or an entire city. With just a simple call, 888-49-MONSTER, you can easily promote your business, sales, events, grand openings, send coupons, and much more.
Your mail delivers in as little as 5 days. No dealing with the mailing list or paperwork. Monster Marketing does all the heavy lifting. Get started now by calling 888-49-MONSTER or go to monsterng.com.
Monster Marketing Group. We deliver, we give you results, we can prove it.
I would love to teach.
Next time, don't overlook shit. Keep your eyes open and your wallet in your front pocket. Rich Chef Ghost and Nas niggas is the profit.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mo's Bros Sports. Here with you on iRantRadio.com. iRant Radio on Wednesdays from 7 to 8 p.m. So we're just talking a little bit about the LeBron dynasty. I guess that's kind of going on right now. We'll see what happens. We'll see who they're going to face coming out of the West. Halftime right now on Golden State, Houston. Golden State is up by 6, 52-46. And another,
you mentioned Kobe and KG's name a while back. I don't know if you saw the article about a week or two ago. Phil Jackson had mentioned something that there was a trade on the table. It was almost pretty much complete, but they were going to trade when KG was still with Minnesota.
Okay,
they were going to trade Bynum and Odom, and I think maybe a player or two or a draft pick or two to Minnesota for KG, and then it would have been Kobe and KG would have been there.
Why are you telling me that now?
I don't know, because I was thinking, but I mean, and then Boston came over top and gave him like 5 players.
Right.
So, but I was thinking, because it would have been Kobe and KG with Fish still, and then what they probably would have had was Marc Gasol still, because we ended up trading Marc Gasol for Pau Gasol.
Right.
So we never would have traded for Pau Gasol if we never traded for Pau Gasol. If we
KG at the 5, Gasol at the 4.
Probably the other way. Probably KG.
You think so?
Yeah, probably KG at the 4.
Okay.
I was just
Kobe at the 2, Fish at the 1, and then who you got in the would have had Artest?
No, Ariza was there before. Ariza was there for a little bit. So
Ariza's lighting it up too in this Rocket series.
I mean, there's always the bench players too that were in there, but just thinking about those 3, I mean, how competitive they are, how much they want to win.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways, go ahead though.
Going on. We also got
Lakers fans depressed at home right now.
NHL going on right now. Local team. Not that we're a big fan of them, but we got
still got to shout them out.
Anaheim Ducks playing against the Blackhawks tonight in Chicago. Got about 3.5 minutes roughly left in that game in the third period, and Chicago was up 3-2. They got off to a early 3-0 lead in the second period, and Anaheim's trying to claw their way back in and make an elimination game for Chicago. Try to just keep them there at home.
If it ends up being the Ducks and the Lightning, what are the odds of you catching more than 1.5 games? Watching more than 1.5 games.
Put the over under at 1.5.
Yeah.
For me, I'd take the over.
Really?
I love hockey. I love hockey playoffs.
But the teams,
I try
are so
to
bogus.
get into
the
it.
Ducks and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
I got it. No, I got it. Yeah, but you know the Ducks are a good team. They're a local team. I mean, regardless.
How good would it be New York Rangers and Chicago Blackhawks?
That'd be pretty ridiculous.
I mean, okay, Ducks win, cool, but you got to put New York in there, man. It's just the total. Like, if you get the fan bases from Tampa and you get the fan bases from Anaheim, like, who's going to watch?
Tampa's got a huge following, though, from what I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know a lot about hockey, but yeah, I don't see
who else is going to watch it besides people
New
in
York.
Tampa.
I don't see New York losing Game 7 in Madison Square Garden in MSG.
I agree with you.
I don't think. I mean, especially after they had the Game 7 in the last series, they had to come back and fight against. Wasn't Detroit? No, Tampa Bay beat Detroit. Who are the Islanders playing?
The Rangers.
No, sorry, the Rangers. Who the hell were they playing?
The Islanders. The Islanders are a team.
Yeah, I know they are. So, anyways, I know. Oh, Chicago just scored 4-2. This thing's coming back to Anaheim.
All right, Winnie the Pooh. Think.
So it looks like that's going to come down to a game 7. So I mean, these hockey playoffs have just been ridiculous.
A lot of points being scored. A lot of points being scored.
And it seems like they're coming in bunches, and then they'll go, and then there'll be a drought, or there's a long drought in the beginning, and then the team will score 2-3 goals in the third period.
I think the game Saturday night between the Ducks and the Blackhawks, like I forgot what one of the teams, but they scored like 3 goals in like the span of like 2.5 minutes, and it was just like, what the heck is going on?
And it ended up going into double overtime.
Yeah, so
it looks like that one's coming back to Anaheim.
Very unusual for
Anaheim's
hockey.
going to have to close off at home. I don't see them scoring 2 more goals in 3.5 minutes. Not completely impossible, but highly unlikely. It could happen. I was about to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to get the game back going. The Houston Golden State game is getting back into the third quarter right now.
Did you see Steph Curry's fall last week? Did you happen to see him fall?
I did see it. Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Honestly, I mean, I know he hit his head, but I thought his arm was going to be jacked. I thought his arm was, because he like fell, like it bended back, and then he like fell right, like body weight all fell on top of it.
Right.
I thought for sure his arm was going to be jacked. He's wearing a sleeve tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like it's not really affected him. I mean,
No.
I didn't see it. I haven't seen a stat line yet to see exactly how he's doing, but I don't think it's really affected him.
Right. So, but I just thought, man, it was. I mean, it definitely impacted the game for sure. I think the Golden State, they got pretty close. I think the closest they got in that last game was like 13 points, and they got it down to 8.
No, they got in. I was gonna say I know they got inside at 10 points. So
yeah, they got down to like 8 or something like that. But but for the most part, they were always down by like at least 13 points. But
well, I mean, but you got to give a testament to Golden State too. They let up 45 points in the first quarter. 45 in the first quarter. I mean, most teams will score that in the first half. You know, maybe a little bit more, but still, I thought it was a great effort by Golden State to come back in and try to, at least make it a close, competitive game to where there were points when they did have a chance. Was that Clay? Clay draining a 3.
What I don't get to is why doesn't, I mean, maybe it's maybe basketball has just changed in this sense, but why doesn't Dwight Howard just do the Shaq thing? Get it down there, try to back it down twice. If it's not there, throw it back out and then get the ball back down low again, reposition. I mean, and I think the thing is that the players, they're not big. When they're tall, they're not big, like body mass wise. You know what I mean? Like, I think like you had like Shaq and Alonzo, and you had Ewing, and you had Olajuwon. They were like big guys. They weren't just tall. Their mass was big.
Right.
You know, back in the day.
Dwight Howard's not that lean, though.
David Robinson, Tim Duncan, you know. But they would use the post game.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
They would push their weight around is what you're saying.
And get it done inside.
I got you.
I don't get why he doesn't do that. He's not. So what I'm saying is, I think a lot of the NBA, they've been taller, but they're starting to thin out. So when it seems like he's backing down a player, it seems like it's more of a foul on him. But I don't get it. Shouldn't be a foul on him. He's getting position.
Yeah.
He should be able to post up like that. I mean, you remember like his son plays at Gonzaga right now. The guy Sabonis.
Oh, Cedric Sabonis?
Yeah, remember on Portland?
Uh-huh.
I remember Shaq just getting the ball down low and like his his shoulder would just like knock Sabonis like back 2 steps.
Right.
You know, it's just like every time. It's just like nothing. They couldn't handle him. You know, Vlade Divac, same type of thing. You know,
we may never see another player like Shaq, though. I mean, he's
true.
You know,
but he wasn't.
I
was just giving his example, but
right.
he wasn't. But I don't get why Dwight Howard doesn't do that. I'm thinking he's more afraid of a foul, or he doesn't have the post up game.
Well, yeah,
but I think also too the game's changed though is what I was ultimately getting at with post up players, fouls called, the way their players are looking now. They're a lot thinner. You know, they're a lot more muscular defined rather
more
than body
lean.
mass. Exactly. So
yeah.
I just think that's got to be something like Dwight Howard. I know he's been battling injuries the past couple years, but that's something that should be a key point of his game. He should have 12 points at least just from backing down people.
12 points, 15 boards a game, 15, 17 boards a game.
No. He should have 18, 19 points a game. Minimum. But James Harden balls, that's money shot
There's
right
Curry.
there. Sorry for us not paying attention to our talk.
I just, I think I put it on the team and team strategy. I just think teams are not utilizing him. And I don't know if he has any say of it, but I mean, the guy definitely, when you look at the other centers,
you got to get him in the right offense.
But you look at the other centers in the division, I mean, he could definitely dominate the other guys, in the league. There shouldn't be a problem. He's one of the biggest guys in the league. There shouldn't be a problem with him being able, and he's, like you said, maybe he's lean, but he's still muscular. He should not have a problem moving weight around and being able to back guys down and get in the post and get close to the basket and make stuff happen. I just don't think that the teams are utilizing him. I think, again, maybe it's the sense of the league has changed. There's more shooters. There's more, plays that are drawn up that way. Phil Jackson's triangle offense was kind of built around that, building around having a big center like that. Yeah. Nobody really runs a triangle offense.
They ran it through Powell, though.
Yeah, they did, and that worked. And Powell wasn't huge too. He was definitely a little bit more lean, more finesse, but he was still able to make it work in the low post. And he wouldn't. I don't necessarily think that he pushed his weight around, but he was able to get in good position to make good shots. And that was the thing, is he understood how the system worked and he was able to get in the right spots to make it work. So
yeah.
I still like Golden State coming out of this series. I think they could pull it off tonight, especially being at home. They have the ability to close this out, and I think they will. I was damn impressed with Houston, the way they came out in the last game, just showing some fight after being down 3-0. I thought they played absolutely great, especially getting 45 in the first quarter. They just came out and said, look, if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out.
They were down 3-1 in the series to the Clippers too.
They were.
They came back and beat the Clippers.
Golden State is not the Clippers.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Different team.
Absolutely different team. Different coaching. Steve Kerr getting it done. Kyrie's got 14 points so far. He's 4 for 13 shooting, so not a phenomenal night from him.
Kyrie?
Yeah.
Or Steph?
Sorry, Steph. What did I say?
Kyrie.
Steph Curry. I meant to say Curry. I probably said Kyrie instead of Curry.
Meant.
So you know what I meant. 1 minute left in the Ducks and Chicago game, so that's going to be wrapping up soon.
Third period.
While we're on the NBA topic, I want to transition to another topic. Jared Dudley of the Milwaukee Bucks was on Colin Cowherd this morning and was talking a little bit about Kobe Bryant. Being that we're a local LA show here, was talking a little bit about that. I want to play this soundbite for you here really quick. And for those of you listening, take a listen to what Jared Dudley had to say about other All-Stars in the league playing with Kobe Bryant.
Kobe and Michael are very similar. They're unbelievable. But if you ask players around the league, what is the take on Kobe?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think right now, the way Kobe, especially getting hurt and kind of not, even Jordan, if you see Jordan, when he played with the Wizards, he started toning it down a little bit. He knew he didn't have it. Kobe's the opposite. He wants to show everyone so much. I mean, I remember seeing Kobe. I think it was like 70 games in, he was outshot the whole Laker team by like 100 shots. Like, come on now, Kobe. We love you, Kobe, but come on. It's like, it's now time to start giving up. I think most guys don't want to play with Kobe. I mean, for the most part, he's such a superstar and he's such like a huge personality and a killer that, I mean.
He doesn't have that throttle to say it's time to step back.
And that's tough for guys, and for him obviously being one of the greats. And also, like, I mean, when he wants to, the worst thing about it is he can. Remember, Kobe gets in this thing where he doesn't pass and then he overpasses and he's trying to get triple doubles every night. Like, so we know you have it. It's just not something he wants to do, and that's why I think that it'll be a while for the Lakers to get good, because no stars.
But what kind of credibility did you give to Jared Dudley? First of all,
he used to be a Sun, Boston College. Get out of here. So I understand what he's saying, but you got to realize when Michael went to the Wizards, he was a bench player. He was coming off the bench.
We'll continue that thought when we come back here on Moe's Bros Sports, and we'll wrap up the show. Stay tuned for the last segment. It's going to be the best.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
Looking for some swag? Make sure to check out monsterclothing.com. They got everything from V-necks, t-shirts, hoodies, baby dolls. And remember, custom orders are always welcome and much more. They're just not on the site yet. www.monsterclothingco.com or call them at 888-49-MONSTER. 888-49-MONSTER. Hablamos español. Doo-doo-doo!
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. Free quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
I used to be the governor, and all I do now is listening to Rap Radio Network. It's funny. It's unpredictable entertaining. Governor.
I would love to taste you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mo's Bros Sports here on the iRant Radio Network. J-Mo and TBD, bus driver, taking you along in the world of sports talk radio. Continue on. Your thoughts about Jared Dudley's comments on Kobe Bryant?
I mean, he was trying to compare him to Michael Jordan when he went to Washington and stuff like that. There was a lot better players on Washington. Gilbert Arenas, Antoine Jameson. I think Hayward was there at the time, out of North Carolina. A lot better players on that team where he was able to give the ball up and let other people score.
He was
points.
able to be a facilitator.
Exactly, and come off the bench. Kobe's got nobody like that. He had Boozer, terrible. Jeremy Lin, terrible. Clarkson, okay. And then you got that rookie, did well.
But again, Clarkson's still young, not maybe necessarily ready to lead an offense like that.
Yeah.
Especially not with someone like Kobe Bryant on the
there was
floor.
nobody else, the worst signing ever in Lakers history with signing Steve Nash was absolutely terrible. That didn't amount to nothing. No center. What's his name? Hill. Jordan Hill. He had to score. Nobody else would score. Nobody can make plays.
I don't think he's just talking about last season, though. I think he's talking about the last few seasons. I mean,
well, no, not necessarily, because Gasol's been there, so the ball was always moving.
Right. But again, Gasol had back-to-back years with bad coaches that didn't utilize him to the best of his ability.
It was terrible.
You had Mike Brown and Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, Gasol
now look what he's done now in Chicago.
Yeah, back to playing the way he needs to play.
Absolutely.
He's too good of a player to ignore what he's good at. Mid-range jumpers, rebounds. I mean, one of those burp buttons or like those
Cool, man. Chicago ended up scoring one more time. 5-2 the final.
Oh, empty goal.
So that's coming down to
Empty
game. Probably game 7.
So I don't agree. I agree that Kobe does take a lot of shots. He does take a lot of shots. I totally 100%
But part of the
agree
problem
with that.
too is it doesn't matter what team you're looking at. Since he's been the alpha since Shaq left, there's too many times when you've got everybody else that's not moving around and trying to create shots and get themselves open. They just stand back and look at him.
That's a big thing that Houston does when Harden's got the ball in his hands. I've noticed nobody moves.
Right.
Nobody moves. You have to move without the ball.
Absolutely.
One of the hardest things to do.
Mm-hmm.
But
go ahead. No, go ahead.
But Kobe doesn't move a lot without the ball. If somebody else has the ball in his hands, he's not really moving to make a play.
Mm-hmm.
He's not running a play. He's just kind of moving around just to move around.
Right. But he's coming off screens and stuff like that to get open too. I mean, you've seen him plenty of times come off a screen and just do a pull up J. As soon as he gets the ball, he has no problem making those, no doubt.
Right.
Nice move. Golden State up 59-56 right now. They're up by 3. So I agree. I just thought it was interesting. And he's talking about nobody really wants to come to play with Kobe. Do you think Kobe Bryant is capable of maybe taking a back seat, not necessarily coming off the bench, but taking a back seat to an all-star, someone like a Kevin Durant or someone like I don't want to say Kevin Love, but
he would still have to start.
Oh, no doubt he's going to start.
But his minutes would go down. I mean, because one thing I think he looks at too is Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's been they almost came up probably pretty close at the same time. So I think that's a thing that he looks at. Tim Duncan still starts. He does his thing.
Right.
He just won a championship. Why can't I do it?
But Tim Duncan only starts maybe, no, he's 50 plus games a year.
Pop he manages. He's a great game manager, so he knows when to sit players on back-to-back nights, and Kobe's not one of those guys that'll sit because the coach tells him. So that's another thing too.
That's kind of the comment they said. He doesn't know how to ease off the throttle. He only knows the pedal to the metal. Excuse the cliche, but that's the only way he knows how to go. And he expects the same out of everybody else. And maybe that's a problem with him, not being able to defer the balls. I mean, I heard a comment about him when he was interviewed. He was talking about, when he was playing with Shaq, and Shaq was like, "Give me the ball," and Kobe's like, "You better work for it. If you want the ball, I'm going to pass you the ball. You better put your time in. You better work for it." Right. And this is, Kobe Bryant telling this to a guy like Shaq. Who else? I mean, how much
top five center in the history of the game?
How much is he gonna? How much respect is he gonna have for these other guys on this team if they're not putting in work and putting in the time in that he is? Even at his age, he's still first one in, last one out. Or you get guys coming in like, "Hey, Kobe, let me work with you, man. What time you coming in? I want to be in here with you. I want to work with you."
You have to do.
But are there guys like that? I don't know. I mean, are there guys doing that on the team? Maybe not, or maybe not enough of them to where they're going to earn his respect.
Maybe this is me looking outside. I've never obviously never been a professional athlete whatsoever, but
pro-am.
If I had somebody like that, somebody who's played in the game, won championships, been around, MVPs, all that stuff, and you see his work ethic, I'd be like, dude, show me what you do.
Right.
Let me do what you do. But if I understand there's probably some people in the NBA that don't want people involved in what they do, which is cool, but I don't think Kobe's like that.
Yeah.
I think if people show up and want to work with Kobe, he's all
going to
about
open
it.
the door to him.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I would totally take advantage of something like that for sure. So, but got to move on.
Yeah.
Basketball's done.
Two things real quick we want to make sure we get to.
The FIFA thing today.
Yeah.
Absolutely humongous.
Not shocking from what I understand. I mean, I'm not big on the FIFA. I mean, I know a little bit about World Cup. I follow a little bit of European soccer, but I mean, I know.
But when you saw that bid go out to that Qatar city, and when you saw that bid go out, you knew obviously what was coming down.
Stupid. Who the hell's going to play World Cup in the middle of a freaking desert?
It's 120 degrees all day long,
no wind,
all day long. Yeah. So you saw it coming. Russia also 2018 World Cup. So you saw this coming down the line. Little interesting though. I guess it's a lot of people. So the president of FIFA is still there. He didn't get indicted in anything.
Well, I heard he just got reelected.
As of yet. He's supposed to be reelected like today or like Friday.
This week,
or like Friday or something like that by the end of the week. So let's wait to see what he does. But he didn't get arrested or charged with anything so far. It's all a bunch of people underneath him. And it's been this whole big old thing. I think the last thing I saw was 9 people have been arrested. I mean, you saw it coming. The FIFA thing has been totally where they're awarding, the World Cup to go and, all the money going into it. You saw it coming. I mean, if you don't pay attention to it, that's fine. I don't pay attention to it. But if you read about it, you're like, damn, this is kind of making sense.
But you heard about it. Like, I remember hearing about like the next, the 20 whatever World Cup's going to go to Qatar.
Yeah, 2022.
Like, who the hell's going to play in the desert? That's a stupid idea. Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
Get the hell out of here.
Nobody wants to play there.
Absolutely.
And so, and that's the thing. They haven't totally, the Russia and the Qatar, they haven't, there's those, as of right now, those two places are still in place for the World Cup, but they're about to look into that right now.
Yeah.
Those are the next thing that they're going to look at between how much money. Basically, it was bribery, and it was crazy.
Absolutely.
Listening to the radio today, it's almost like mafia style.
Right.
You got these underbosses. They're telling them, go get money from this guy. Go get money from this guy. This guy doesn't want to give me.
Greasing it up.
Yeah.
Greasing it up.
Greedy. These greedy guys.
Absolutely.
So.
Not big on the FIFA, so I want
you think but you have to think that the president, the guy at the top, has to know. Oh, that was their thing. They have to handle it. No, know the guy on the top has to know. No matter how much he says he did or didn't be involved,
If you're the president, you got to know what the hell's
He's
going
getting
on.
a text. He's getting an email saying, "Hey, we're doing this and this because this and this and this."
Right. Or back channels or something like that.
Exactly.
So before we close out the show, I do want to get to the local news. Dodgers did make a trade today. That looks like a 6-player trade between the Dodgers and
Sad to see him, man.
Right down the hallway with the Atlanta Braves who are in town. So it looks like the Dodgers are going to get Albert Callaspo, third baseman. Alberto Callaspo.
Used to play with the Angels.
Third baseman, younger than Uribe, but not a stellar third baseman, a 267 career batting average. He's only hitting about 206 so far this year.
Nothing special at all.
Nothing special at all.
He can play third, second, and first.
Mm-hmm.
So
they pick up a starting pitcher in Eric Stoltz,
who used to be a former Dodger.
Yep, used to be a former Dodger. He's a left-handed pitcher, so it gives us another left-handed starter. He's got a 4.14 ERA so far this year.
Terrible.
Not stellar. I mean, not really good at all. Ian Thomas, a relief pitcher, which, helps us out a little bit. We do need a little bit of help in the bullpen. I understand Eric Stoltz, too, not a great starting pitcher, but who knows? It depends how he gets in the rotation. We do need more starting pitching. This guy isn't the guy to maybe fill that void. Maybe they put him in the bullpen. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they some guy, Juan Jaime or Juan Jamie, something like that.
Who are minor leaguer.
And the Dodgers give up to the Braves Juan Uribe. Who's been a great, I think, not only just a great player on the field, a great defensive third baseman, but just a great presence in the locker room, too.
I think he's been a good mentor for Puig, too. I think he's
agree.
really helped out with Puig.
I agree. Career batting average of 257, hitting 247 this year, so pretty much on the mark right there. Has had some big hits and big-time games, so it's definitely sad to see him go. And then they also gave up to the Braves Chris Withrow, relief pitcher for us, but hasn't played it all this year. Exactly. He's coming off Tommy John surgery.
He was good. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but he was a good, solid right-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
Throws some gas, about 96, 97, and really got the job done, I want to say, facing good right-handed batters in like the 7th or 8th inning for sure. So
I mean, not a groundbreaking deal. I mean, it kind of looks like a wash when you look at what we gave up to what we got back, but the Dodgers do kind of free up a little bit of cap room, which is nice. But the big thing that I heard today, which is from what I understanding, maybe the big reasoning behind this trade is that for the last few games that Corey Seager has been starting at third base in minor leagues for the last few games.
Yeah.
So are they grooming him and getting him ready to bring him up? Maybe put Callaspo either into the minor leagues on the bench,
utility,
or release him. One of the two.
And they just signed that Cuban kid too that can play third,
Guerrero?
second, and short. No. There's another one they just signed. Can't think of his name off the top of my head, but
he's a little bit older, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I want to say he's like
30 something.
No, I want to say he's like 26 or 27.
Okay,
but this gives Guerrero and Turner the time to shine. I guess this is what they wanted. They put somebody else at third base. So
yep. And Turner's been swinging a hot stick lately too. He's hitting the ball real well.
I've said this before.
I'll say it again.
Turner's a great bench player, and I think that's the best thing that he's good at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's an everyday starter with the way he plays.
I agree.
And I like that he can come off and play third, second, maybe a little short, and first base. Same thing with Guerrero. Good player. I don't know if he's an everyday starter. He can play outfield and infield, which is the thing with him. I want to see what they can do. This is their time to be an everyday starter.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they can produce. You start getting the MLB starts getting more film on these guys. They start to notice their tendencies. Let's see how they adjust. I was a little ticked off last night. Kershaw, I had a couple buddies, text a couple buddies. He had a no going through 4.
Right.
There's a ball in front of Guerrero. They're up 6-0 at this time in the 4th inning.
Mm-hmm.
Ball in front of Guerrero. Definitely could have taken a chance and dove for it. But what's he do? Comes up short on it in left field. A little disappointed. 6-0, worst case scenario, if he dives and misses it, the runner goes to third.
But you got to know the
they
situation.
Get one run.
You got to know on the line. You want to back up your pitcher. You
gotta-
got to show the support for your
franchise
guy.
face. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So that was my whole thing. I was a little upset about that. I thought he definitely should have dove. And then like a couple outs later, something like that, you see Howie Kendrick dive for a ball. Doesn't look reachable. Between first and second base, he's getting dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Throws the guy out of first base.
Right.
Saves a run from scoring because I think it was first and second.
Mm-hmm.
Him stopping the ball. So sorry to cut you off.
No problem. Thank you for tuning in to Mo's Bro Sports. Next week, I definitely want to talk about Andre Ethier and the impact he's been having, swinging a hot stick, and what that does to their outfield prospects who maybe gets traded. Stay tuned to Mo's Bros Sports every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. on iRantRadio.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Have a great week. We'll catch you next Wednesday.
You have entered the Twilight Zone. Just kidding. It's only Rat Radio Network.